Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Kelvin GTS channel. And it's me, one of the developers for Anime Tales and the God King. Wait, no, what do I call myself anymore? Super Ultra Delayer God King. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Well, anyways, here I am making another video on Anime Tales. This time to give you guys a rundown in history and some development progress for the entire development of Anime Tales. Since a few of you guys have DM'd me and asked, well, Kelvin, I thought you promised the game was going to come out in 2021, 2022, 2023, and now it's 2023, and it's still delayed. So I want to give you guys a bit of a rundown of what happened. I don't think it's an excuse overall of why we've taken as long as we did for development, but I definitely want to explain some changes that we made and, you know, little developer incidents that have caused the multiple delays that it did for our game. Guys, remember that first video I made for Anime Tales? It was a first look into our new game back in September 2021. It's really long ago, but the game was very different back then. Yeah, this map's pretty long ago, but I don't think this video alone is gonna serve it justice. We gotta go revisit this. All right, there we are. Wow, this is different. Very different. For those of you who has been following this channel for a while, you guys probably know that our channel really took off after we did a lot of Anime Tales, a lot of anime fighting sim content back in 2020. And at some point near the end of 2021, anime fighting sim didn't hit the same anymore. It was different. Updates were different. Updates actually took a lot longer than I expected. And at that point, I was invited. Around early 2021, I was invited to be part of this project as a community manager for a game that was once called, now it's called Anime Tales, but it was once called Anime Clash Simulator. At that point, the owner for the game was once an anime fighting sim developer, but you know, things happened and he decided to create this new game. And once again, I became its community manager. All right, let's see. Punch, punch, punch. Yeah, that was the combos back then. I mean, I'm not saying it was bad. It was just very different. And well, I guess it was not as good as what we have now. But anyways, at some point during 2021, I was promoted from community manager to co-owner. And I'm sure right before I made that video, back in September of 2021, the owner at that point decided that he had other things to focus on, IRL stuff, real life stuff, and asked if I wanted to take over as the owner of his game. But since the owner at the same time was also the main developer, the one scripted, the primary scripter, we had to find someone else to replace him. And that's when the great Hanfian came in. He came in and started developing, took over for a few months, and tried to pick up where we were originally developing. And this system right here, the M1 space thing, keeping track, that was actually something Hanfian suggested. And not only that, he was also the person to give us, eventually, Anime Tales as a name. At some point, Hanfian had some IRL things happening, medical wise. Hanfian eventually retired as a primary scripter for Anime Tales. And then came along Dish. And especially by then, Dish was coming in with many good ideas to be able to compete with all these other games that were coming out in 2022. So by then, this 2022 spring release was just not going to work out. We were still unsure absolutely on how much we were going to change. But as time went on, we just kept adding new things and changing up entire combat system, changing up pretty much everything. What you see right now was a map we were planning to use up till, I don't know, 2022 of May. But sometimes there are going to be some developer disagreement. We decided to overhaul this entire map, change it entirely. All right, so first off, I don't know when this was, maybe around May of 2022. With to overhaul our entire map system. We bought in a new builder at that point to build this huge, freaking insane marine fort. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's really big, but it looks great. And of course, it wasn't just this map that was being overhauled. There was combat being overhauled. There was a lot of powers being redone. The UI at this point was slowly transitioning from the old one to something like this, of what we have now. But even then, it didn't last too long. This map, for maybe this huge, ginormous map, I think we had for maybe 3 months, maybe 4 months. And at that point, we got another new map. And also, we hired a brand new combat scripter. before that, our main scripter, once again, had to do a lot of back-end stuff while still doing some combat stuff. It was really overwhelming. We needed someone else to bring in help, and that's when we brought in Nishino. And of course, shout outs to our other developers too. I'm not going to try to pull out names just because if it's not quite relevant to the timeline, then I don't really want to name drop, if you get what I mean. And then at some point we started a brand new combat system, something similar to this, maybe not as advanced as this one so far, not as smooth and, you know, punchy, snappy. And of course, at the same time that these things were happening, I also said we needed a complete skin rehaul. We used to have really not so great skins compared to what you see now. You know, wild bodies, VFX effects, these are 3D models, and you know, they're just so much better now, right? Yeah, I wanted a complete rehaul there as well. Timeline, let's just say at this point we're up to 2023. But that's of course with us continuously adding more to the game and fixing bugs at the same time. It's like we didn't fix bugs, we had testers the whole time. We had testers who had been here for years, like a year plus. To clear the common misconception to think that we didn't test at all is foolish. Of course we tested. The problem is we never tested enough. And what is enough when it comes to a game that can bring in, I think, 12K of you guys in just a matter of 10 minutes? That was ridiculous, guys. Thanks for the support, but I mean, we didn't test on that scale. We were just going on with maybe 10, 15, 20 testers. When March 3rd came along, we kind of just moved and transferred the testing studio to like a final place without really properly testing that one. That one's on me though, because I know that there was a few testers and developers who were telling me, oh, I don't think this is ready yet. We might need more time. I mean, I didn't want to disappoint you guys anymore. I didn't want to, you know, once again, fail those promises again. And we released the game for what I believe is 5 to 10 minutes, and everything just broke. A lot of sound effects broke. I think game passes kind of broke too. Some of the mistakes were definitely because we didn't test enough, definitely. But then there was also some Roblox issues that kind of came along around the release week. Whatever weird circumstances that we were eventually put into came with this. Us having to finally delay once more. I hope this is actually the final delay. I have no exact date on when we would release the game. I would like to say soon, but obviously take that with a grain of salt, just because I've said soon before many times, and soon was 2 years ago, and soon is also 2 years from 2 years ago, which is now. It is definitely my first game, and I have made plenty of mistakes. I did not expect the amount of steps that we've gone through, the issues we have come across, and I probably didn't handle them very well either. But from what I can see now, those mistakes only made me smarter, made me more intelligent, and I'm expecting and I'm hoping that this game is going to be a game that's going to be long-term, longevity, unique in a way. We have pretty cool mechanics. I mean, you can fish now. We didn't have that 2 years ago. That would make sense. Just a crap ton of content, like a lot of content. Bunch of training areas, maps prepared ahead of time, a lot of skins already done, powers already done, combat already tested. I mean, there's still more to go, obviously. So yeah, once again, this does not take away from the mistakes I've done. You know, like, you know, I definitely should not be making these promises I can't uphold. I should not be giving you guys release dates that I cannot be sure of. I should not be wasting any of your times. And I should definitely be testing the game much more than I did before. But I mean, that's the history. That's the history of 2021 Anime Tales to 2022 Anime Tales to now 2023 Anime Tales. I'll keep on keeping you guys updated so you guys can see those specific updates of what we tested, what we didn't test, and maybe some of the new stuff that we added. And we're only adding new stuff just because we think it's necessary for content. Okay, like if it wasn't necessary, we wouldn't bother, right? We would spend most of that time really just testing and fixing bugs. Okay, I think I talked enough. I said enough. I showed you guys enough. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications for possibly more of these insider videos on Anime Tales so you know what's going on. And of course, use star code Kelvin to support this channel. I definitely am a YouTuber at the end of the day. I mean, I can't spend 14 hours developing the game. I do like to take a few hours off keeping my channel progress going on, because I am a YouTuber first and developer second. Alright, that's it. Bye guys. Bye.